Hello, Gemini. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do a December 2019 tarot reading for you. I'm using the CBD Tarot de Marseille by Dr. Yov Bendo, and I'll also pull a card for you from the Voices of Saints. This deck is by Lo Scarabeo. Perhaps a saint to learn something about in the month of December, or to intercede on your behalf. What are the messages that we need to know for our Gemini friends? The messages for our Gemini friends in the month of December 2019 for the sign of Gemini. Well, we had the card stick there on the bottom. The Page of Cups. Okay, let's take a look. Well, it's the Three of Rods. All right, nice to see to start your reading with. Sort of a lively, joyous atmosphere, which is apropos for the holidays, of course. But let's pull a few more cards. All right, also lovely to see the Empress. And now we have the Six of Coins. And the Three of Cups. All right, two threes. Well, I have to say it's sort of a holiday sort of feeling with these threes coming up, the Three of Rods and the Three of Cups. I feel that you have, I want to say, some strong networks, Gemini. I certainly hope so, of friends, people that you will meet with and that can support you through the months of December. It's possible, perhaps, that there is one particular person, though, that is somebody that perhaps you just don't want to have to deal with in the month of December. Let me say that. That's not for all of you, but for some of you, I'm picking that up. This is so common, right? In the month of December, there's a lot of people that we see perhaps only once a year, and it could be that there's just this one person that perhaps you're thinking a little bit in advance, saying, I just hope this person doesn't rain on my parade here. That is for some of you. Let's continue on and pick a few more cards. We have Justice coming in, all right. Followed by the Three of Coins. My goodness, all right. Three threes. Very interesting. Too bad we're not playing poker, right? Okay, so that's very nice to see. I'm picking up with this Justice card coming in and this Empress here crossing you. It could have been that there was some sort of, I want to say, there was some sort of, let's say, a disagreement or something that happened previously. I'm picking up sort of a family type of vibe or something. Somebody came into the picture and settled the dispute. I am seeing that happened. The dispute was settled. This is very good news, right? I am just picking up this little tiny feeling, though, that you might be hoping that, I just hope that that old thing, that old dispute, that old disagreement doesn't come up again, that it isn't dredged up in December, because who needs to go through that again, right? Everything was settled. I think everybody felt like, okay, this was fair. I'm in agreement. Let's move on. All right, let's move on with our lives. And now we come to December again. It's that time when people come together, and there might just be a little thought in your mind about, I hope we just don't have to dredge that up again. The cards are suggesting that the holidays for you, Gemini, can feel really absolutely, I'm seeing a lot of joy, a lot of gratitude. I'm seeing a very grounded image for you, a grounded feeling of joy. I mean, it's almost like that, it's a little cliche to say it, right? But that image of, it's cold outside, but there's a nice fire going on, and there's a beautiful meal, and you're with people that you love, whoever those people are. There's a real sense of abundance and gratitude coming through in this reading. I do think that still, though, again, I think you're just sort of got your fingers crossed a little bit, and are you just praying that nothing rocks the boat. The cards are suggesting that indeed it's going to be very beautiful. If there is a particular person that is sort of pushing your buttons a little bit, I think that you're just going to be able to say, you know what, I'm not going there. That's what I can see. Gemini, you're just saying, you know what, I'm not going there. I'm not going to sink to that level. I'm not going to get into that vibe. I'm just not going there. And now we have the 5 of Rods coming in, all right? Followed by the 5 of Swords, 2 5s. Okay, let's continue on. I am sensing this is a little bit of confirmation, though. It's like I'm sensing that you would really like things to be very stable. However, there's a little sensation that something might just upset the apple cart here. And I do sense, because it's December, and what I'm seeing here with the 3 of Clubs, that it might have to do with social gatherings. Now we have the Death card coming in. And so I'm getting that sense of, can we just leave the old stuff behind? Can we just leave that all in the past? There's some idiom that's coming to my mind, but I can't quite put the words to it, right? But let's just, it's like, let's just lay that to rest, let's just lay that to rest. Let's forget about all of the old things, the old arguments, the old upsets, the old grievances. Let's leave that behind us now, because there is so much really to be thankful for. And now we have the Ace of Cups coming in. This is actually really telling me that you're also looking forward to the new year, Gemini. And so I love seeing that there, that Ace of Cups. It's telling me, I'm getting another message though, and it's this. If for some of you there is that sort of sensation during a family gathering or meeting people from the past, and you are feeling like, gosh, you know what, I hope that we just don't have to dredge up that thing again. The message that I'm seeing in this spread is, you know what, this month of December and all of these gatherings and meetings are fleeting. They're very important for reconnecting with people, for keeping bonds in place. Very, very important to reconnect with those that we love, family and friends. But if there's just that one person that's just kind of maybe trying to, I want to say, I'm picking this up, sort of like boss you around, or tell you what to do, and perhaps you're not used to that. That's for some of you. The message that is coming through in this reading is to just relax and know that, well, easier said than done, right? But just to relax, knowing that this is just a certain time of year. It's a certain period. It's going to be January 1st before too long. We're all going to feel like we have a fresh new start, and before you know it, we're all back into our lives again, right? Okay, now I'm asking for 3 more cards for Gemini for the month of December. This does feel really immediate, I have to say. 3 more cards for the sign of Gemini, please, regarding the month of December. Some encouraging comment or final note. And we have the Lovers coming in, interesting, in the Tarot de Marseille. We have a figure in the middle being torn sort of like in between, in the middle of things. And again, it's sort of that suggestion that some of the groups that you might be find yourself in the month of December, you might find yourself feeling like you're a little bit in the middle of things, being torn between two sides. And now we have the Knight of Cups, beautiful to see, and the Tower. Wow, what an interesting final three cards. I feel that the Tower really relates just to the pace. For some of the Gemini people, the pace of December, it's things are just going to really feel quite frantic. On top of that, again, it's possible that you might feel kind of like you're in the middle of things. I think that some of you, I have to say this, just for some of you, it might be that you're finding yourself in the middle of let's say a lot of sort of like contentious, family type stuff. Let's just put it that way, okay? It happens for some of us, There's sort of just this feeling of, oh, I have to go through this drama again. Please. But we have the Knight of Cups here, and if you watch my readings regularly, then you know that the Knight of Cups is probably my favorite card in the deck, right? Because the Knight of Cups always says that there is some good news coming to you on the emotional front. This is telling me that whatever happens in December, if you feel like you're kind of torn between two sides, if things are getting a little chaotic with people, the message here is that everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be all right. You are going to receive some emotional support, probably in the I want to say the vein, or it will be transmitted to you through some kind of media. Let me say that. There is going to be a good message coming in, and it's going to be very reassuring. I think also there's a message in this overall reading again, and it gets back to this Ace of Cups, which is that for those of you who are resonating and just don't want to get into all that drama again, just to keep in mind that this is a very short period of time, and you'll be back to your life again, right? And things will start fresh and new in January. I am wishing for you that you do make the connections, reconnections with those people that are important to you, those bonds again, especially with those people that we only see a few times a year, and to sort of think about that, how important that is, how beautiful that is, how lovely that is to have that in life. I'm really hoping and praying that for all of you. And now I'm asking for a special saint card, a special saint for our Gemini friends. This might be a saint that could intercede on your behalf, possibly in the month of December. Somebody to learn about. I don't know a lot about many of the saints here, but I want to learn about them too. And so I'm finding that very interesting as we go through these cards. Well, this is Saint Barbara, Virgin Martyr. I have to be honest, I really don't know that much about Saint Barbara. I'm going to read a very short piece on her, though. It looks like there's a very interesting story about her based on the images in this card. It looks like she has a quill in her hand, some sort of a structure that she's carrying, and is that a train? There we see a little train, and there's a little town here. Goodness, there's a church. My curiosity is definitely piqued with this. I want to learn more about Saint Barbara, and so I'm just going to read this is going to be very brief. It won't tell us very much, but it will tell us a little bit. So this is number 15. And what it tells us is 4th century Turkey. All right. The VM stands for Virgin Martyr, and so she was a Christian martyr. Martyred, her executioner was struck by lightning. Oh my goodness. Wow. And we see that the card stands for adversity, separation, unexpected events. All right, so that's very interesting. martyred, her executioner was struck by lightning. This just goes to the power and protection that is available for us really at any time, the spiritual protection and power that is available to us through prayer. So perhaps in December, if things are getting a little bit crazy out of hand, or if you feel like you're in the middle of things and you need a little bit of strength, it looks like St. Barbara is going to be there to protect you, to defend you, and to help you along in the month of December. Gemini, that's your reading for December 2019. I want to thank you so much for being here. As always, it's been a pleasure and a privilege to read for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if you found it helpful, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, to like the video. It helps the channel so much, and I'll see you next time.